Hey y'all, hey! So today we are doing some inexpensive concepts. We're going to actually do three of them, but there's a little twist to it. So we're going to actually decorate first. So there's going to be a part one and a part two and possibly a part three. So this one here is going to be part one, alright? And we're going to do the Christmas sleds that are from Hobby Lobby. Okay? So let's go and get into it.
A journey through time.
Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to A Journey Through Time. My name is Wendy. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. So today's video is basically going to be an inexpensive concept. It's going to be three of them, okay? And it's going to be Christmas sleighs that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. Now, these sleighs are... I'm going to grab where my glasses at. Hold on. These are... They're going for $3.49, but they're everything Christmas related at Hobby Lobby is 50% off now, so I didn't pay $3.49 for these. But what you're gonna need is your sled, some type of decoration, like you see, I just went to Hobby Lobby, huh? So of course, this way, and then get you some mesh. Is that what it says? No, foam mats, I think. Like glitter foam mats for 99 cents, of course. Get you whatever color you want to dress it up with. I have red, and I have some gold. I actually went back today, but they didn't have gold the first time I went. But I got some gold, and I also grabbed some green. You know, just some Christmas colors, you know, because that's what we're gonna need. And then get you some paper, some regular craft paper, whatever you have. Get some of that, and this is for another video. So, just anything drywall, some construction paper. It doesn't really matter, but get you some, okay? And let's just go on and get into this, all right? We're gonna decorate this Christmas sled that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, okay? It has a price tag on it for $3.49, but all Hobby Lobby items are 50% off, okay? So you're not going to pay that price. So the first thing you need to do to get this side of your design, I've already cut it out and everything. I'm going to show it to you right here, but I will show you exactly what I did. So what you're going to do is you're just going to trace it. Get a really good pen and trace around the sled, all of it, okay? Oops, I'm painting on it. I mean, tracing on it. But anyway, it's hard to do this upside down. But just trace around it the best you can, okay? Go around the bottom of it. Everywhere you can possibly trace it. It will make it so much easier once you're done. And you only need to do it once, because this one side, we're going to just flip it over and use it for the other side. So you don't have to do it twice. And I'm only doing this part right here to show you guys. Like I said, I've already traced it and I've already cut it out. And I'm making a mess, but it's not easy to get in here, to get every little line or corner or curve. So just take your time. Try not to get frustrated with it. I think I came around here already. You might draw on your sled like I did, but it's okay. And then when you're done, you just pull it up like that. And you should have something like this. You can put it back on there. Make sure you didn't miss anything. I did. I missed the line across from the sled. So I did it, but the pen didn't do it. Look at that. And then it went crooked, y'all. Okay. There you go. See where it went that way? Anyway. This is the one we want. Okay. So once you do that, then you cut that out. Okay. And once you cut it out, this is what you should be left with. Just like that. If you're trying to figure out how to cut that center piece out, just nicely fold your paper just like this here. And cut along the line, just like that. Just make a snippet. Then stick your scissors in there. And you should be able to cut that middle piece out with no problem. That's all you have to do as far as that middle piece go. But yeah, and then just cut around it completely. Just like that. Cut around it, and then like I said, you should have something like this. Okay. Now, after you do that, you're going to use that for both sides of it, so you don't have to do it twice. Okay. So for the inside, I feel like I should show you guys that too. If you want to decorate the inside as well, cut your little piece of paper like in a square. Right? And then take it, stick the paper down into the chair, into the sleeve like this, and push it down. And make seams. Let's show you, see if I can get this to sit right. Yeah. Make you some seams. Take your hand and make the seams. Or whatever you got to do, just, or you could take your, I'm pretty sure you might could take your scissors and do the same, as long as you don't cut it. Just like that. Go in with your marker and mark that corner. All the way up to the top. Get down in the bottom. Come on the other side. Do the exact same thing. All the way up to the top. Don't worry about the top. Then go across. Just like that. And that's what you should have. You should have it marked on the two sides and the bottom. Then fold. You can fold. Matter of fact, take some scissors if you got a little extra. Snip the top a little bit and fold it. So you can get that nice curve in there. Just like that. See how it's curving? Has that curve in it now? Then take your paper out. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut along that line. Now, my suggestion to you is not to cut directly on the line. Leave a little space just in case you did not. Okay, y'all, I did another video. It stopped. Sorry about that. But what you're doing is you're just cutting around what you just traced out on the back of the chair. Okay, you're leaving a little edge, not cutting exactly on the line, just in case you need that extra space. And then, you know, I don't know if you got the part in there where you're supposed to fold it down, but you fold it down and then you cut around the crease really nice. So then when you bring the chair back, we're going to check our work and stick it in there. And look at there. Now we have a backing for our chair. So now we got this for our two sides, and this is for our backing. Okay. So if you look in the bottom, now we got to get that piece right there done. Cut you another square. And you don't want to go in here too many times, and I suggest just go ahead on and cut it big enough where you can get the entire thing. But if you don't mind piecing it in there, then you can also, do it the other way. I'm going to try it this way first and see. I'm going to bump the paper up to the edge, back to the back. Take my scissors and just do a crease on the sides like we just did. On both sides, I can hear myself pressing too hard because I'm heavy-handed. And then I'm going to go up to the rim right here on each side. Then take your pen and do the same exact thing. All the way in the corner. Trace it all the way up to the top. Like that. We're only doing this on two sides. So down and come up like that. Okay. Before we take it out, we're going to do the same little slit thing that we did to the top of the chair. A slit here and a slit there. Turn the chair around so you can see what I'm doing. And just fold it over. And we're doing this just to get our little crease, our little nice little cut so we can get the bottom cut just like we did the top. Just like that. Take the paper out. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. Open it up. Leave a little space. Don't cut directly on the line. Cut behind the line. And just follow it. All the way up. Same on this side. Like that. And then cut your little crease that you made for the top. Same way. Kind of like that. That's what you should be left with. Get that out the way. So when we put this back down in our chair, this is our bottom. Remember that. Just stick it in there. See how it looks. Did I push mine? Yeah, I pushed mine too far back. Okay. Still pushed it back too far. There we go. Press it in there real good. So there go mine in the bottom of the chair, just like that. And I have a little space up here, I feel, so I could pull it down a little bit more just to make sure that my rim is covered the way I want it to be covered at the bottom. And then we pretty much have our inside of our chair ready to go. Now, I suggest you just go ahead on and get all your pieces done before you even bother decorating the chair. It's just so much easier. Get some foam mats. You could take the gold mats that they had at Dollar Tree if they don't have them at Hobby Lobby. These are 99 cents a sheet. And do it that way. Okay. So this is the opposite side. So that's why it's looking crazy. But here you go. Then you can go on top of it. See, I cut mine where I can have the little design at the bottom and the top like that. And then we're going to glue it onto the sled. So let's go ahead on and cut some pieces. You can decide how you want to do it. You can do it with the all red. You can do it with some red and some gold. Anyway, sky's the limit, however you decide to do it. So I decided to leave the price on it because I wanted you to see I got this from Hobby Lobby, 99 cents. Okay, so what I do is turn it over on the back side and take your sled and put it on here and trace it again. Now when you're doing one side of the sleigh, you turn it this way. Okay. So this is for this back side. When you're doing the other side of the sleigh, make sure you turn it this way. So you get the other side of the sleigh. Okay, so for me, this doesn't match, but it matches on this side. So that lets me know that my sleigh needs to be turned this way so I can get my other side done. Okay. So I only did one off camera so I could do one on camera for you. Because I wanted to show you different ways that you can make this you can dress up your sleigh. So again, take your pen and go around your drawing, your cutout that you did earlier. So these might take a little time to do, but you know, if you're a crafter and you just like just making stuff and dressing it up and making it cute and different, but yet want it to stand out, then this is a cute little idea, I would think. So now if you get it all jagged when you start cutting it, you can always clean it up later, because believe me, all mine was jagged. My trace game is not good either. Okay. You can get any color that you want to do this. I just grabbed the red, and I already had the gold from the Dollar Tree, them Dollar Tree mats. I still had 2 left because after I did that first video, when I went back to go get some more, they were all gone, baby. So I'm glad I did grab enough. I didn't grab a lot, but I grabbed enough. But if you don't have any at the Dollar Tree, go to Hobby Lobby and get you some of those 99-cent ones, which is cheaper. You just trace it, kind of like what I'm doing right now. Now you don't have to trace the whole thing if you know you're going to have your bottom gold, but my thing is I'm going to cut some of red off on some of these and use it in a different design. So I'm going to go across the whole thing. But if you know you're going to make yours gold at the bottom, then you can stop like right here at the legs and just do the sleigh if you want the sleigh to be red. Okay. Just like that. And I think I covered it all. Let me see before I pull it all up. Okay, yeah. See? Now the other side of my sleigh is ready to go. So now all I got to do is cut this out. Just like that. Okay. Now we have 2. Right? Now just... Y'all, I just told y'all not to do it this way. I did it this way. Look, I can't make this up. Look, let me just show y'all. I'm not perfect. Let me just show you. Y'all see that? Perfect, right? Let's come on over here on this side. Good, I'm making more than one, but didn't I just tell y'all not to do this? Okay. Anyways, I'll do that on off camera. I'm not even gonna set y'all through all that. Okay, so and then for your, this is my gold bottoms. I actually did this right. Okay, so this one is for this side. And this one is for this side. Just like that. So what I was thinking was, put the red on top of here, just like this here. And you could think of this, you know, as you go. And then put the gold on the top where I want the trim to be at. Is I got the wrong one. I'm gonna get it, y'all. Hold on. There we go. On top like this. So I left a little edge on mine, but you don't have to. You can stop it right there where you have that little line. And now that I'm looking at it, I might do that. For the next one, I might even come all the way up with the gold, or might do the whole thing gold. So that's what I mean when I say the sky's the limit. You can pretty much do what you want to do with these things. So because yeah, I kind of like this. I don't know if I'm gonna change it or not. Anyway, to make them equal on both sides, you know, all you got to do is just flip it over and match them up together. Make sure you got your sides right, like I got my two opposites right. And then once you get them together, just cut them evenly so they can look the same on both sides. Okay, like I said, I still got to do my other side because I messed up. So then decide whatever you're gonna do, what color you're gonna make the inside of yours. So if the outside is red, I think I'm gonna make the inside gold. Oh, wait a minute. First, let me show you how to do the bottom. I'm sorry. I'm jumping too far ahead. This is my mat from Dollar Tree. You see the price in it? Okay. So since I'm already here, I'm gonna trace this out first. Okay, so I'm gonna come down here. And this is what you're gonna do if you want your piece to be gold. Just trace around your design like we do all the rest of it. Okay. This is for your inner piece now, not the back part. You can also do that one too, whatever color you want. But this is my inside piece. And this would be the bottom part of my inside piece. So we're gonna cut that out real quick. And if you notice, I'm still leaving just a little bit because like I told y'all, I'm not really a straight, I'm not a straight cutter, nor am my lines are never straight. Just do the best you can. It's supposed to be fun anyway, not stressful. Now cut the bottom. I'll leave a little extra down there. Let me see that. Then I'll check it, and it's probably going to be off big time because of what I just did. Yeah, it is. So I really didn't need to leave anything. Yeah, I didn't really need to leave any extra anything because I must have cut it really good. Y'all, I didn't think about the inside of this, but we can definitely use the same design that we already used for the outside for the inside. So that's not a problem. So cut this down to the size that you need it. Okay. If you cut it, if your lines were really good, then you're probably great anyway. Probably don't have to do all this, but okay. I didn't think my lines were that good, but I guess they were. I'm gonna cut this down on this side. Again, slide it on in there like a little glove. See there? Ain't that cute? Inside be glittered up. Outside is a little higher for some strange reason, but that's fine. I know I made it cut it off a little bit, but I think that much. And you just keep playing with it until it looks the way you want it to look. If you don't want that much edge hanging off the back, then you just have to go in and cut it down a smidgen more until it looks, like I said, the way you want it to look. This is your beautiful craft. Okay. There we go. Because once you get it the way you want it, you can take that one piece and duplicate it all the way around for as many times as you need to. But that's the inside of it. Very pleased with that. Okay. I'm going to do the outside. I mean, not the outside. I'm going to do the inside bottom. Just trace around your bottom. Do the exact same thing. Go mine. Just cut it. I like to cut it out first, away from everything else. And I do cut a lot away from it, but I don't plan on using too much more of it anyway. But same thing. How accurate it is, I'm not sure. But I'm actually taking a chance and just cutting on the line. And I like to leave room for mess up at the end. So as you can see, I'm not even cutting by the marking at all. I already know this is too big because I can tell just looking at it. But I'm going to slide it in here and see. Press it down real good. Y'all see that? So that means I can cut this down on one of these sides a little bit. Instead of cutting both sides down, just cut one until it gets to where you want it to be. Put it in there again. Push it down real good. Okay, so the inside is good, just the way I want it to look. Y'all see that? The outside is fitting very snug and very tight. There are some pieces that could be cut down on the sides on it though, just a little bit, about like right here. I don't know if it needs it on both sides or not, but it's like you just have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and putting it in there and fitting it in until, you know, you get it the way you want it to look. You know, if it's snug enough for you, then that's great. If it's not, then you just go in and cut it some more. This time I'm just leaving it in there and trying to cut, and that worked. So, because I was just trying to cut a hair off. So the bin is right here. And if you look right here, you see I had it too long. It's right on the line. I was not sure because my lines be different. So gonna cut on around the line. And it's good to go. And remember now, once we do this one time, we don't have to keep doing it. We can use what we already made before we start putting it in our chairs. So if you got a bunch of these, make sure you do this first and then go back, trace them all out, and then cut them out and do it. So you don't have to do all the measuring over and over again. Okay. Okay. Now, as I was saying, we could do the bottoms to show you guys how to do that. It's pretty much the same thing, guys. You're going to take, I didn't take this. I took this and did my bottom. Okay. Just trace around it. And once you trace around it, just cut it out like you do everything else that you've done so far. So I have one for each side on this one, but I have more than one sleigh. So I am going to do it again. So you guys get to see what I'm talking about. Now, this is what I mean when I say, if you're only doing the gold for the bottom, then only draw the bottom. Stop it where you want it to stop, but just only draw the bottom. Don't waste your paper if you're not gonna, your foam, if you're not gonna use it for the whole entire sled. So I'm going around just the bottom of it, of my little drawing that I did. Remember I told you guys it does not have to be perfect. Nothing in the world is. Just trace around it the best you can. You can make those precise cuts later. And then right here, this is where you would do the cutoff at. I go up and do that little bubble, like a little butt or a U or whatever you want to call it. I do it all the way up to that, so you can see what I'm talking about. So that's the cut right there that you're gonna do. If it's just for your bottom, then I go back and I put this on to make sure I did it right. Okay, so this is in my way. I got to move it because I need to do another one. So you take it, turn it the opposite way so you can get the other side. This is the opposite way, right? Okay. And you trace it again. Okay. And these would be some really cute, inexpensive gift concepts. You can pack them with anything you want to put in them. Small, of course, because the little seat is very small. Or you could just put treats in it, like candy or something. If you're wanting to pass them out to your company having some type of Christmas gathering and you want to pass them out there, you could do that. That would be a good one too. Okay. Now I have both of my sides right here. Try not to use so much of this. And move that out the way. You take them and join them together. And you cut them where you want them to be cut. I have a big dent right here, which is fine because I already know I'm going to be cutting this lower than this. But just want to show y'all that mistake. And I have this right here as well, which I'm going to cut. No, I'm not going to cut that off yet. But you can see that this one has a dent in it and this one does not. Okay. And that can be fixed. So don't throw yours away if you do that. You can fix it. All right. So me, thinking that I did the right side, got to do another one. Because this is the side that I have for here. I'm telling you, this is funny. Like I said, you can't make this up. So I don't know how I did that. Probably because I was explaining it. I don't know. Anyway, we're not going to dwell over it. We're going to continue. So I do need to make the other side to this. But what I'm thinking about right now is this inside that I didn't tell you guys about. I didn't think about that. But what we can do, we can take this same thing that we already used. Try not to mess it up because we need it again. But and kind of figure out how. I'm thinking, I was going to say the outside, but let me see something. Okay, yeah, that's too far. So what we can do is just measure it from the outside, like here, and kind of figure it out and cut it out like that. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how to do that too. Really quick. Actually, I think I got one here. Yeah. Okay. So to save time, I'm going to put this here just like that. So we see that the cutoff on the inside for the bottom, let me see. So I bump it up here. I feel like the cutoff is right here. Y'all like what? I don't have nothing to go by right now. I need something sharp. No ruler or anything, but right here is where I feel the cutoff is. I could be wrong, okay? But looking at it from the inside, I feel like it's there. So what I'm going to do, this is what we're going to do, y'all. We're going to take one where we've drawn the design, right? And I'm going to cut it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it right here by this, right here where the bottom of the sleigh is supposed to be. Okay. And I'm going to cut it all the way across. Like that. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead on and cut around this design. Real quick. So I'm kind of glad we did make this one here. I did do this one for you guys because I didn't think about the inside. I don't know why. I'm in the inside of it, but I didn't notice I didn't pay attention to the side. Okay. So what you can do is you can make multiple little copies of this if you want to. It's really how you want to do it, but I would suggest just make two. Okay. One full body one, like the green one, and then one where you just take the bottom off of it. And I say that because so we can fit it in here how we want it to fit. I'm going to stick it in here. So we know that this goes to the back. So all I'm trying to do right now, let me turn it this way, is level off. Even if I have to fold it in, make it fit the side like this. Okay. That will let me know that if I can get it right, that will let me know that how to cut this. So if I just push it down on the sides like this here, and if I got it measured right, which I probably don't, then I should be able to see where to cut this at. And if I can see it, I'll take my pen or pencil or whatever I'm using, and I'm gonna go down the all the way from the top, corner, down to the bottom of it. And then I'm going to do it on the other side. And this is how it looks. Hold on, turn around so you can see it. See where I marked it out on each side of the yellow paper? Now it's a little big on this side, and that's fine. But this is what I'm thinking we could go by. Okay. And hoping that it's right, and that we could keep this other part for the back side of it. But cut on that line that we made. Okay. So this is what, this is what I'm left with. So I'm thinking we stick it in there like this, right? Slant it a little bit, okay, to lean back that way. That way. Okay, give it a slant and then put it in there. And mine's actually snug. It could actually use a little bit more cut off right here. Yeah. So if you look, I got a little bit of cut off on the inside. Can you see that? Okay, there you go. A little bit of cut off on the inside of the bottom of it right there. And it'll still go up to the top. So this is only if you want to do your inside sides. Then do this. If not, then don't even worry about it. Stick it back in there and boom, we got it. We got the inside anyway. So we stick that in there just like that. Look at it on the side. And if the sides are looking a little, you know, like they need to be cut down, you know what we normally do? We just fold it where we feel it needs to be cut. So it's folded in. So let's see if this fold helped me any. So I think this is where the fold was. So I'm just cutting where I folded it. And if you notice, I didn't fold, it didn't fold all the way around. It kind of stopped right here. About right there. And I still didn't go all the way in on the fold. So if you look now, a lot of that is gone. That was hanging out. And your inside is in there. Just like that. And so you can use this for both sides. Okay. So now we have our inside. So basically then, now we said we needed what? You needed this piece, then you need this, and this. So now we have 4 pieces we really need to do this. And maybe, let's just say 5. So you can make 2 of these, 2 of the green one. It just depends on how you're going to design it, really. That's all. Now these extra pieces that was left, this came off of, I think, the back part of this. So it really should fit in the same way it came out, and it does, but looks to me like, trying to make sure I got the right side. Yeah. So if you're doing the back side of this, the back side of the chair, right? Because you did the front side, so you're trying to add the back side to it. This is the piece that you just cut off. So save that. This is the front piece on the side from the inside. Trying to make sure you guys can see this. And this is the back side of it. Just like that. So just save that piece also, so you can have the back of your sleigh the same as the front. Okay. So y'all, that's a lot of pieces, huh? Then you got this other piece that came off. Where did it come out from? I think it came out from this end right here, the bottom part of it. Yep. And so it also fits snug in on that end. You might have to add a little bit to it, but it does. It fits. So you could always, you got to catty corner it a little bit in order for it to fit in there the way you want it to. Okay. But it will. So my inside, even though my seats are going to be gold, my inside's going to be red. So told y'all I needed to make a, I have another mesh. Okay. So let me go ahead on and trace over this here then. Put it where you can see it. I don't realize I'll be out of frame sometime, y'all. I'm sorry. So just trace around it. Once you, all this is really is just tracing, because what we're doing, we're decorating. So we're tracing the design we already made. Okay, one is there. Turn it the opposite way and do the same thing for the other side. Bring it up to the top. That went over too far, but that's fine. Okay. So both of the insides of this part of the sleigh is cut out. And then you can also go and do your outsides if you want to. Just get them all out the way. So all you're going to do is just cut it, and then you're going to size it to your chair to make sure that you got the right thing, the right size. That's all you're doing. That's one. And I'm going to do this one the same way. Like that. Take your chair and you just size it up in there to see if it looks the way you want it to look on both sides. Don't forget to give it that little slant like that. And then you have both sides done the way you want it. Then you could just move on from there. Okay. So move this out the way. So I have two slits. So I'm gonna do one with probably this color, and then the other one I'm gonna do just the opposite so you guys can see it. Okay. What else? Okay, so the backing, the back part of it. So we have this done, we have these two sides cut out, right? Now we got to get this little part right here that we didn't think about, or I didn't think about. So I think it's from this side. So when we bump it up here like this is what we have, right? And you already know that when you put this in here, slant it a little bit. Y'all cannot see this. I know you can't. Hold on. So when you put this here in there, and this here is at the back of it, like this, that you're going to have that little space in between the two. So what you're going to have to do is when you get ready to cut this out, make sure you come over a little farther so that they bump together. That's it. So with your pen, you just take this, and what I mean by that is just come out a little further than what your paper come out, just for that little leadway that you have up there. And then just trace the rest of it all the way down. And as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking you're going to have to go down a little further. So what you can do is go all the way down and just go straight like that. Can you see that? You trace it all the way around and then just go straight right here. Just leaving that extra out because you just don't know what to expect until you get back, until you put it back up there. So I'm tracing out this side, and I'm leaving that open too. So when I cut it, right now I'm cutting it, I'm not even cutting it on the line because I'm really uncertain about how this is going to fit. I do know the outside is going to fit fine, but I don't know exactly what the inside is going to do. So I'm going to cut around it and then just go out a little bit, just like that. Come down, cut this off and out the way. So right here, just cut that little block out. All right. And I did that so I can see what's going to happen. Did I do the wrong side? Probably did. Okay. So right. We'll put it right here. So if we add it on this side, right? This is what we have, which is odd, but yeah, it is the right side. I just had it turned the wrong way. Okay, so lay it down. So when you put this on, you're putting it on at a slant. And so what I'm trying to figure out, put this other piece in here so I can see. So this is what you want. You want them to overlap just like this. If I can move my hand so you can see it. You want it to overlap just like that. Okay. And in order to make it overlap, you're going to just have to leave that extra for the other side. And it should lay just like this. It's going to be a lot of hangover over here, and that's fine. You could cut that off later. But it's best to leave the overlap as much as possible for mistakes. So I would say to just cut it just a little bit, come down just a little bit, about right here. if you can see this. Kind of like that. Turn it around. Kind of like that. I cut it off just a little bit right there. It's not glued down or anything. I just wanted to show you that for this side. So with it being turned this way, this is how I drew it out. So now it needs to be turned the opposite way. And this is so confusing to me. You know, turning it this way, showing you guys how to cut it this way, and then I got to turn it the other way. Confusing myself. But this is the way that we cut it when we did it for one side. So flip it the opposite way and do it again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the foam this time instead of going over the paper, because the foam is going to give me the same exact cut as I created on the first one. And then we're going to just make it work. We're going to put it together the best that we can. And did I leave myself another room? Okay. And call it a day. Okay. So, did the same thing on this side. So cut this piece out as well, because this is the back side. To the other side of the chair, of the sleeve. And this is just if you don't want to, you know, miss any corners or anything. I do love that you could, you know, customize this the way you want to, and you don't like something, you can cut it off and redo it or pull it off because this is so soft. Okay. So to make sure that you have everything that you need for your sleigh, bump them together like this. Okay. And if they're opposite, then you're doing it, you got everything right. If they're not, then you missed something somewhere along the line. Okay. I have my bottoms right here. These are the bottoms for the sleigh part that you cannot see because we're out of frame. My gracious. Okay. So these are the bottoms right here. Okay. These are the tops, sides, the inside seat, the bottom of the inside seat. So what we don't have right now is the part that goes under here for the bottom of the sleigh on these two sides, and then we don't have the bottom of the sleigh itself. So once you know what color you want it to be, go ahead on and make those pieces. So for me, for this particular one, my sleigh is going to be red on the outside. My bottom is going to be gold. My inside is going to be gold and red. So my outside up under it, because this would be gold, I'll probably make that red. So I'll take this. This is for the back side of it. Okay. So I'm going to trace it again. And I'm actually tracing the design because it's accurate. So it would only make sense just to trace it. Okay. So this is for the back side of my sleigh. So that, you know what? Let me see. I didn't cut that line to the line because I wanted to see how far down will it go. So I'm going to slide it into the back, push it in real good. And it kind of goes all the way down. Hold on, push it up. The sides can be cut down a little bit. So I'm kind of glad I didn't cut it. So I could go all the way down to the bottom of this. It's extremely snug over here, so I'm going to cut it down just a smidgen. Slide it back in there. Just like that. So my back is ready. Okay. The back side of the chair. Now, y'all do not have to do the bottom of the chair if you don't want. I don't think I'm going to do the bottom. I think I'm just going to do the lip that actually shows. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Not sure yet. Anyway, so I'm going to put this up here and get this part because this is the bottom. This is the bottom of the chair, but it also can be for the bottom of the lip. It's just a little shorter, but you can push this in here like so, kind of like that. Fold it down and you can see it's just short a little bit. So if you want to make the bottom, you could just go ahead on and make it longer. Show you that really quick. I could do that. Put this on here. Trace around it. Trace it all the way down. So when we get traced all the way down, I'm going to take the bottom and flip it over. Trace it down just a little further. So you can have that extra length that you need that it's missing. Because it's the bottom. I'll cut it out. Okay. So now take the bottom, put it under there to make sure that it's matched up the way you want it to. All the way up to the ridge and pull it down all the way to the back. Make sure it goes all the way back there the way you want it. And that's how it should look if you decide to do the whole chair. Okay. And it goes all the way up to here where you're going to actually put your backing. Okay. So we have that. The only thing left now, besides me doing my other side, is these little pieces for the front of the chair right here. Okay. Where it's supposed to be, oops, I can get it in there. Where it's supposed to lie right here on both sides of the front of the chair only. The back does not have that. So you pick the color out that you're using and you trace it on both sides to fit that. Okay. I don't know if y'all could hear the lawnmower going, but my husband decided to cut the grass while I'm filming. Anyway, so just like that. Okay. And then flip it over so you can do the other side. Okay. Like that. And then just cut those two out. And I think we're going to be done with cutting everything. Well, you should be done with cutting everything. Me, on the other hand, I got one more side to cut off because I did the other one wrong. But that was on me. That's one. And that's two. Okay. That's one and that's two. So that's it. So now for your sleigh. Make sure you have everything before we go into the next section of the video, which will be probably part 2. Make sure you have the 2 pieces or however you want to decorate your sides. Okay. 2 of those. Make sure you have your 2 sides for the outside, which mine is over here somewhere. I don't have both of mine yet. If you're going to do the whole red part of it, then make sure you have 2 of those. If you're going to do half and half, you know, you could do it how I did it, or you could do it a different way. It's really your choice. But nevertheless, make sure you have your 2 sides for your sleigh. Okay. All right. So you should have those 2. Make sure you have your inside pieces, which is the top part of your seat. Make sure you have the bottom part of your seat. Okay. Make sure you have, that's all of, make sure you have the side pieces. Okay. What they call the interior. Okay. And make sure you have the little, whatever you want to call these, for the bottom part of your interior. Okay. And make sure you have 2 pieces of those. Make sure you have your little side handles for the back of your chair, your sleigh. That's supposed to go back here like this. Make sure you got those done. Okay. And make sure you have your 2 back pieces, the one that go all the way at the bottom and the one that goes to the top. And also make sure you do the inside of your sleigh as well. Okay, so make sure you have the inside of this as well as your outside. I just dropped something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, make sure you have your inside as well as your outside for your sleigh. And you're doing the exact same thing. When you get up to the, let me see if I can do this so I can show you. When you get up to where you're at the little handle, this thing right here, the bar, just get it the best you can. Okay, you could cut You can still cut out your bottom piece the way you always do. Make a little slit for it, for the little hole, okay? And then just keep it moving. It's nothing. You'll get it. It's really not that hard. And I'm gonna show you how to do that too. But you're gonna slide it up in there, and I'm gonna show you how to make the. Matter of fact, where's my scissors? Okay, so I'm gonna use this one as an example real quick. So you already have this here. So what you're gonna do is just make a tiny slit right there where you can kind of, if you think you can bring it around just like that. I made a slit in it just where you could bring it around to get it to fit around that circle, and then just press it in real good. See that other side? I haven't even tried to put that in because you're working with one side at a time. And then pinch it together and glue it, and you got your inside pieces. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is make sure you have 4 of these before we start this decorating our sleigh. Okay, so once you have those, you should have 4 of those. You should have your outside pieces, your backing, your teardrops. You should have your inside pieces, your outside backing pieces, and I think we'll be all set to go ahead on and decorate our sleigh. And once we get it decorated, we're going to go and put some stuff in it and make it a gift concept. All right. All right. If you made it this far, then you've already cut out all your pieces and you're ready for part 2, where we actually decorate our sleighs. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on part 2. Talk to you soon.